Miss Gilbert is currently stable, but as expected, her system is compromised by the advanced state of the AIDS virus.
She's alive today, that's all that matters.
Because of you.
I heard about the incident in the OR.
So you know that I pricked myself during the procedure.
And as I explained, if Patrick would have stopped to wash his hands, the patient would have died.
I'm not here to criticize you, but your patient has end-stage AIDS and you've been exposed. So you need to be tested immediately for HIV and for Hep B and C.
Which you have a higher risk of contracting.
How long for results?
24 hours. But in the meantime, I strongly recommend you start post-exposure prophylaxis.
PEP, antiretroviral drugs.
Yeah. Whatever's necessary.
Okay. Exam room 3, 10 minutes.
Okay.
Elizabeth, I'm going to need you.
Patrick.
You don't need to babysit me. You'll be fine.
Thank you, Elizabeth. Will you get that to the lab?
Right away.
I didn't get a chance to thank you. You did amazing work in the OR. You didn't flinch once, and I know it was a big risk to have us all in there.
Well, it's a privilege to assist you under any circumstance. You're an amazing doctor.
What now?
Well, if you test positive, we'll get you onto a protocol right away.
And if I'm negative?
You will still continue to take the antiretroviral drugs for another 4 weeks. And then in January, we'll test you again just as a precautionary measure. The good news is, if there is such a thing, is that 99% of the people who come up positive will do so in the first 6 months. You try not to worry, Patrick. I'm going to get this prescription in.
You don't have to keep popping in. I'm sure there's patients worse off than me that could use your pushy bedside manner.
I was just checking on you. I thought if you wanted to, we could talk. If you need to be alone, that's okay.
I was gonna say that alone would be good, but could really use your company.
So, Alan's putting you on PEP?
I think so. Honestly, I have no idea what I agreed to.
Well, you're in shock.
Yeah.
It'll pass.
It's kind of different for me, huh? Contemplating my immortality. I can honestly say I've never given it a second thought, even after the liver transplant.
Well, that is the beauty of a doctor's psyche. We live on the line between life and death every day and assume that it'll never happen to us.
Yeah, I guess we have to live that way. Otherwise, we'd be paralyzed. Can I pick your brain?
Sure.
After the initial shock wears off, what can I expect?
Oh, lots of fun stuff. Denial, paranoia, anger, regret, fear. And then acceptance kind of creeps in, which will help prepare you for whatever should happen.
What about a reaction to meds?
Oh, I'd keep a little barf bag with you at all times.
Charming.
There are worse things, actually, like not knowing if you're infected or trying to ignore it so it'll go away. But you were doing the right thing by being proactive about it. The antiretroviral medication can work.
I wish there had been an option for you.
Me too. I have to go do rounds. I will come back when I'm finished.
paperwork is in the lab, and my shift is over.
Good. Go home and get some rest. You deserve it.
I feel like I need to say something, I just don't know what.
Wow. It's a change for you.
Gee, thanks.
Thank you. It's a thought that counts. Go home, get some rest. Tell Lucky what happened. I'm sure he'll agree that I'm hands off now. You okay?
Yeah. Yeah.
Honestly, if there's something you want to talk about, I could really use a distraction.
Okay. It's Lucky. He's kind of in a weird place right now. It's like he's balanced on the edge of an abyss, and I'm afraid it wouldn't take much to push him over.
This is the full 4-week regimen.
What about my position here?
I expect you to carry on as usual. You're going to have to take extra precaution, but the chances of you passing on the virus to a patient is minimal. That's even if you test positive.
I'd recommend antiviral therapy, and we must start it immediately. AZT. It means you would take 6 tablets a day for 2 weeks. I must tell you there are some side effects. Headaches, nausea, but most patients find it manageable. In 2 weeks, we'll run another blood test. If your blood test is okay, we'll consider adding another drug.
In the meantime, we can't afford to lose you, Patrick. You're an exceptional surgeon. We all need you here. You keep your chin up.
Thanks, Alan. Well, tomorrow I'll either be bending over a patient or a bucket.
Or both. Hopefully not at the same time.
I understand you a lot better now. Although the risk of me giving it to a patient is incalculable, there's that feeling that you know what's inside you. You could be that less than 1%.
But it is manageable. You just incorporate the new way, and eventually it becomes who you are.
Wow.
So if you're infected, and I pray to God that you're not, you will find a way to deal with this, and you will never let it hold you back.